indoctrination. Oops, I forgot to do that too.
No, that's okay. I think we're about to go live, hopefully.
Yeah, it looks like it. Sweet. So once we actually record their emails and we send out that freebie, we then put them into another sequence, which is again all automated. And it's an indoctrination sequence. So it's just a series of emails. It can be text messages and emails, but mostly emails that go out. I mean, you choose how often you send them, right? So it could be once a day, it could be once a week. If you don't want to, bombard people with emails, I would suggest once a day because I think it's the most effective. And I don't think people mind getting one email a day. Um, if you're, especially when you're new, right? You're new to their audience. And when it becomes kind of an issue if you're not new or when you're new and you're just like, you know, people don't want to be, people don't want to get 10 emails in a row from somebody that they just signed up for. They're automatically gonna unsubscribe, right? So one a day is what I suggest. And it's super easy to set up that automation. So I'm gonna go ahead and share my screen really quick. I'm gonna show you a couple things that we use to automate this process. So first, you'll have to just, and I left this here to show you guys. Just don't mind all the tabs I have open.
I'm the same way. I have like a million all the time.
Yeah, it's like constant. I have a million tabs. Okay. So I'm in our group and I'm going to show you. So when somebody asks to join our group, oh my gosh, my aunt is messaging me. Okay, not what I wanted. Oh, there's no requests right now. Okay, I thought there was. I thought I left some in there, but right now there's no request, but I'll show you the question. So when they join our group, one of the questions we ask them is, our undeposited funds cheat sheet has helped hundreds of bookkeepers through tricky situations. If you would like this free cheat sheet, drop your email below. Once they drop their email, and then you'll see here in member requests, man, I wish there was somebody that was joined. There will be an accept button. Now we use a extension called Group Kit. You'll see right here, it says disable. We're not going to disable it because it's like our best friend, but there will be an accept button. It's going to look a little different because it's connected with Group Kit. And Group Kit is one of the ways that we automate. So it's a pretty inexpensive tool that we use. And it connects to our Facebook and to our email software provider, which is Equipped 360 for us. There's so many options out there, but I'm going to talk to you a little bit today about Equipped 360 because we're really loving it. And I'll give you a little tour because it's great. So once they are accepted through GroupKit, goodness, you'll see here. Please stop, honey. That hurts. We have, this is what GroupKit looks like. And we have it connected with Equip 360, which is Go High Level. So if you've ever used Go High Level or heard of it, it is Go High Level. Okay, so we have it connected, and this, you don't actually have to see this part. This is kind of just, once you're setting it up, you'll see this, but then you'll pretty much never have to see it again unless you change something. So from there, they get added to a list in Go High Level, an automation actually. They get added to an automation, and then an email automatically gets sent to them with that undeposited funds cheat sheet. So this is Equip 360, and I was building a funnel. So I'm not there right now, but under marketing, there's so many different tools you can use. So actually, it's under workflows. workflows is where the automations are. And you'll see here that the undeposited funds has its own workflow. So right now, all it's doing is adding them to the email and sending out that undeposited funds. Sorry, you can hear him. He's not happy with me. But this is where you can also set up an additional emails to come through. So you would just, it's so easy. You just click and choose your option. So from here, I would choose await. So immediately as soon as they get added, they get this email, and then I would go down and I would choose await. So that's gonna just trigger await so that people don't get, again, bombarded with a bunch of emails. So I'm gonna wait for 1 day, and I'm actually gonna 1 day. And then again, you click and send another email. So it is really, really simple to set up. And once it's set up, so the hard part is setting it up, right? And this is super easy. Like you guys are seeing, it's literally click and write. Like click, put a weight in, click, write an email. Super easy. But once it's set up, it's even easier because you just let it play by itself. Like you don't have to worry about it. You don't have to touch it anymore. We really like Equip 360 because it is so user friendly. It's literally, plug and play. Like you just click and you plug it in. So super awesome. If you are looking for a software for email marketing, this is where we host our funnels, our website. I mean, you can do, what's the word I'm looking for? Messaging, like Facebook messaging. You can do it through Equip 360. There's so many different things. Let us know because we can hook you up with the details. But
Yeah, and Allie can hop on one-to-ones, y'all, if you
yeah,
need help setting it up, freebie ideas, things along those lines. So if you need help with any of this, definitely don't let it feel overwhelming or anything. Like hop on, get it set up, get help setting it up.
yeah. And yeah, exactly. Perfect point because I am here to help you guys with this. So like if you need help building this automation, this workflow, set up a one-to-one. It's not going to take us super long, but it can get tricky if you don't, if you're not super familiar. So yeah, I'm here to help. There's a ton of different things you can do too. So you can send an email, you can send a text message, a Slack message if you're using Slack with your clients. You can call them. We haven't used that feature yet. And I don't
Interesting.
know how exactly that works, but we could try it out. Yeah, Facebook Messenger, Instagram DM, like there's just so many different things you can do. And it's all automated. Like you don't have to worry about doing all of that. It makes it so much easier for you to then have more free time. You don't have to worry about if things are getting done, if you're nurturing your audience. It's all set up. So it really is just so nice to have something, off your plate.
Yep, most definitely. Because how many times is it you don't need a service right now, but 3 months down the road, you're like, oh man, I wish I could think of that bookkeeper or whatever because I really could use their services and you can't think of their name. Well, if you're in their inbox all the time,
Right.
you're
And
there.
the email,
Yep,
they'll never forget you.
exactly. I love it. Does anybody have any questions? I don't see any so far, but y'all definitely feel free to ask as we're going through if y'all have questions about any of this.
Yeah. And this is just one way, that automations can help you. There's so many different ways. And I kind of wanted to focus specifically on Equip 360 because I wanted to kind of get a feeler for how many people have email automation service already, who's using software like that already. So yeah, drop it below if you're using something because I have experience in other things as well, like Kajabi, ClickFunnels, um, any of the go high level white labeled, softwares. So I'd love to kind of hear what you guys are using. Um, there's a lot of different ways to automate your marketing. It doesn't have to be hard. And we're hoping that we can make it a little easier for you. Yes, I can work with Zapier for sure.
And
Absolutely.
Allie, doesn't this, can't you schedule posts and stuff out in here as well? So like
Mhm.
for your social media? You may have
Yeah.
already talked about that. I might have missed it, but
Yeah, so you can. I haven't messed with it yet.
okay.
So let me kind of do some digging a little bit right now. I'll show. I know I haven't because I don't think it's here. Um, yeah, social planner. Because Facebook, Facebook always um favors their own platforms. So I in an attempt to make the Facebook gods happy, I've been using the Facebook Messenger or the Facebook scheduler. But if we're being completely honest, it probably doesn't have that big of an big of an effect. Um, so it would probably be totally fine to use this. Ooh, here. Sorry. This is real life, real life.
Exactly. And y'all, you can do this with a baby on your hip.
Yes. Yes. He will be mad at you, but no, he's generally pretty good. And usually my husband's home, but he had to work today. Go figure. Okay. I see a question. Do you find automating email easier than automating social media? Yes. Email automation is a little bit easier because you can set up a workflow so that when people join, they kind of, it doesn't matter, right? When they join, they just join and they get whatever, they get that kind of sequence of emails. Um, when you're doing social media, you schedule it for the day. So you're scheduling it so it is automated. You don't have to worry about it so much. Like you could have a whole month scheduled and that's automated, right? It's automatically getting pushed out, but you're still having to schedule per day. So it's email is just a little bit easier as far as that goes.
And I'll also throw in there, Chastity, we have heard from several different like business coaches and stuff recently that just about the percentage of people that are seeing your social media post versus seeing your emails that are going out. And I want to say the percentage of like Facebook is like between 3 and 5%, they had said, of the people that are on your friends list that are actually seeing your post. Whereas email, when they've like started watching numbers, and we've kind of been watching our numbers on percentage of open rate and all that, it's closer to like between 30 and 50%. So like the percentage is a lot higher when you're dealing with email versus social media. So that's definitely something to keep in mind as well.
Yeah, for sure. If you think about it, like think about one of your old high school friends that you're still friends with on Facebook and how often you see their posts, right? Hardly ever. Unless you're
Right.
unless you're actively searching them out, which sometimes I'm like, oh my gosh, I wonder where this person is, and I'll actively search them out, and I'll find that they've been making posts every day for the past, 7 years. I don't see them because I'm not
Right.
actively engaged with them. So it's kind of funny to like think about if you think about it like with your own with what you see yourself, right? Because we tend to think that we're bothering people on social media, right? Like oh, I can't make a post every single day. That will bother everybody. No, not everybody's gonna see it. Not
Right.
everybody's gonna see it. Again, 3 to 5% of your friends are gonna see it. Like, think about that. How crazy.
Yeah.
And then email, yeah, email has just been, I think email is probably the most effective way to just nurture the audience. 30%, 30 to 40% read
Yep.
rates are awesome.
Yeah, definitely. And one thing to keep in mind with that is like having them sign up for the freebies and stuff like that. Cause uh, I know like when I started my business, it was really pushed like go on these platforms and get these email lists and all that. Well, nobody opens those emails because that's cold emailing. Like that's not, but when they're signing up for a freebie, it's definitely more warm leads. They're looking for what you have to offer. You caught their attention with whatever it was, bookkeeping tips, tax tips, whatever. All right. I don't think we have any other questions on any of the other platforms right now either. And what in here, and I don't know if you can see that in here, Allie, for social media, is it just Facebook that you can post to, or is it?
Instagram also.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah. So you can do Instagram and Facebook, and let's see, because it says we can connect more. So
Oh, Google My Business.
yeah. So Google My Business, Instagram, LinkedIn, Twitter, TikTok. I mean, yeah,
Everything.
it really is really comprehensive. I love Equip 360. Like it's great. You can do everything.
And that you can have everything in one spot.
Yes, yes. I mean, you can do your daily email and post in one window. Like you don't have to navigate away, which, as you can tell from my tabs, is
Right.
not something I'm great at. Yeah,
So
this is
Tony said, do you help with ads for Google My Business? Do you have any experience with that, Allie?
I don't. I
I know
have,
Sherry does.
yeah. Most of my experiences with Facebook ads.
Okay. So Tony, Sherry does. So if you needed to hop on like a one-to-one, Sherry's normally on here on Thursdays as well. If you want to hop on next Thursday and ask some questions, but I know she's done it for her bookkeeping business specifically. So
Thank you.
you're welcome. Awesome. Okay, so let's see. Marketing wise, social media, email marketing, I guess those are the biggest things as far as to be able to automate
Yeah, for sure.
marketing wise for.
I know there's ways to automate some bookkeeping processes using Zapier. I don't know if you're familiar with that at all, Megan.
So I'm not from the Zapier standpoint. I know Sherry's done some.
Hmm.
Um, I would say, like, as far as automations specifically for your bookkeeping business, I would use some things like Keeper, something along those lines, because like with Keeper, you can have automate the questions to go out. So I don't know if everybody on here is familiar with Keeper, but you connect Keeper to your QuickBooks. Once it's coded as uncategorized, or you have a question, you put a question in there, you can schedule the emails to go out once, twice a week, however. So like mine will go out twice a week to my clients, or it'll send them an email. Hey, here's all the questions that we're waiting for. You can send an email every month at the same time if you want it to say, hey, we need statements, or here's a list of everything that we need. So that would be some ways to kind of automate those things. And then you can also have it where it'll send out the statements and stuff. So once you finish your financial statements, all that can be scheduled to go out as well. So there's a lot of that that can be automated. So you're not manually doing everything. Of course, a lot of it is like with a Click 360, you have to use another software and kind of integrate it all together. And again, I know Sherry's used Zapier some from a bookkeeping standpoint. So I'm not that familiar with that piece of it, but Keeper for sure is awesome for that. Let me think what else. I think that would be the biggest thing. And then of course, some people have used oh my gosh, why am I drawing a blank now? Lisio. Lisio, you can send out some automated emails and reminders like, hey, we're waiting on this information. That's another program that's great for that kind of stuff. Um, So yeah, I don't know if anybody else has anything that they're loving or using right now. Because I'm sure there's plenty more out there. Somebody commented and said you can automate review requests and collection.
That's cool. Yeah. Sue says it's hard to get clients to engage with it sometimes.
Yeah, so yeah, I had that issue when I tried to use Lisio in the beginning of my business too. I had that issue a little bit with Keeper to start with, just because of the way it looks, but it's gotten a lot more user friendly. I found, but like I used it from from the client side of it, and that helps tremendously to be able to see like what are they seeing, why are they struggling so much with this and that sort of thing. So definitely try it out like that if you have to and have a conversation. Yes, so I do not use Lisio anymore. I just use Keeper. And I use Keeper for some clients, and I'm trying to start using the QuickBooks piece of it as well too, because QuickBooks is now like upgraded all of their stuff, where you can do everything just strictly like communicate with your clients, communicate with contractors, all those that in QuickBooks as well. So and from a list, the only thing with Lisio to Keeper, like you'd have to use a different signature platform. So if you need them to sign like engagement letters and stuff like that. But I'm pretty sure everything else, like they can upload documents in the Keeper, and everything. You can upload your engagement letters if you wanted to. So and store passwords, like you could do anything in there if you need it to, and it's pretty secure. And they'll white label it so it can have your logo and everything. There's two different prices. You can just have their stuff on it, or I think it's $2 per client more a month or something, where they'll put your logo, your colors, all your branding stuff on there. So definitely something to check out. And if y'all, I think we have a link for Keeper. I'll have to find it and I'll post it in the live on Facebook if y'all want it. Let's see. Danny said Lisio uses Adobe and Adobe is $13.85, so it's cheaper to use Adobe for signature and bonus. Everything in Lisio everything signed in Lisio will already be in Adobe. Interesting. Well, that's good to know. Yeah, because that's definitely cheaper than Lisio. I think Lisio, oh, it was $50 a month. I don't know if it's still what it's at now, because that's been a few years since I've used it. So definitely. I signed up for Adobe and all of the contracts previously signed were in there. Awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Yeah, I've started using Adobe for a few things. And I'm really liking it. I've been able to convert some of the PDFs and stuff like that. So yeah, $13 a month is very reasonable. Plus Adobe Scan app is great for scanning stuff into the system. Awesome. Is it I haven't used that. Can you just take a picture of it like with your phone to scan it into the app, Danny? Is that what
Yeah,
it
it's
does?
actually super easy. If you sign up for
Awesome.
Adobe, you can download the app. It's not an additional cost. And you just take pictures, kind of like you would with a QuickBooks receipt scan, but that just goes into QuickBooks. This you can like
Right.
save to your drive, you can save it to your files.
Awesome.
And I've actually, now that I'm meeting clients in person, I'm finding myself scanning things while I'm with them. And it's been super beneficial. And now that my son is working for me and he's scanning in tax returns, because I have in-person clients that handed me a stack of tax returns, I want to give them back. So I want to scan them into the system. So he just uses the app and just kind of snaps photos and it scans right in.
Awesome. 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 Yeah,
You
I use
don't even know about until you sign up for something. And then you're like, oh, wow, look how awesome this is.
exactly. Yeah, I've used Turbo Scan, I think, on my phone, and I do the same thing. Like there's a lot of times where I'll have, because I have so many local clients, you get paper documents or whatever, and that's always one of those jobs that's my daughter's job. So it's like, hey, scan all these statements or whatever the case is, you know. So that's always super helpful because that's easy for them to do, you know, from the phone, and they're always on their phones anyway, so works out. So that's awesome. I didn't know Adobe did that as well, because I have Adobe subscription. All right, let's see. Do we have any other? All right. Any other questions, comments? We are happy to answer while we are here. I think, and if especially automation stuff, trying to automate as much as you can is going to help balance your time, and so you can spend less time doing the marketing if you have the emails automatically going out, your posts automatically scheduled, and all the things. So if, as much as you can automate, it's definitely helpful for sure. There's also, and I can't remember the name of it, I would have to ask Sherry, but there's a software that will pull bank statements for you as well. So instead of having to log in every month and pull bank statements, of course, when the passwords update and like everything disconnects from QuickBooks and stuff like that, it does the same thing. I want to say it's LedgerSync, maybe. I might be wrong. But there's softwares that'll do that as well. So there's tons of different softwares out there. All right. And if anybody has any, if y'all have other questions, bookkeeping questions, marketing questions, we're happy to answer those too while we're here and we're live. Definitely. I'm trying to think if there would be something like maybe even with your in-person that you could do. I definitely would have, like, if you have, when you're doing in-person networking, because I know like Danny, you've been doing a lot of that lately. But when you're like at some of these meetings or something, if you had the link and everything for them to sign up for your freebie or whatever, you could get them going in your email marketing right then and there, you know. So definitely think about that stuff.
Yeah, I know Canva, you can make a pretty decent QR code, and then you could kind of just carry that around. Have people sign
Awesome.
your QR code, and it would bring you to like it could be a simple landing page, and get them signed up on your email list.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
Yeah, that would be super cool.
Yeah, because QR codes, that's so easy to do. And you know, there's so many places, like a lot of businesses will let you put like stuff, whether it's business cards or stuff on their counters or whatever, and you could go put QR codes, you know, that way it's something you don't even have to ever replace. It's there. People just scan it and then they have all your information. That's an awesome idea. What else Canva wise? I'm trying to think. You could create your freebies in Canva,
Yeah.
for sure, and make them pretty. You can also do like engagement letters and those sort of things. In fact, Sherry's created a lot of templates that are in the Bookkeeper Blueprint, if y'all have the course or if you're interested in the course. But she created a ton of Canva templates for those sort of things. So I am not good with Canva, so I struggle with all that. So, but if you're good and you like the pretty stuff and like all that, and you want to make it fancy to send to your clients, like that's perfect opportunity. Like all that, you can do all of that in Canva.
Yeah, and Canva really makes it pretty easy now. If you know, you put your colors in that you want, and they'll change all those designs for you. Like
Yep.
it's the click of a button, and they'll replace all the purple with the green you like or whatever. So
Yep.
yeah, it is pretty cool.
It is. And then now, like they even like with some of the AI features and stuff that Canva
Yeah.
has, and they have a lot of pre-made templates and stuff. If you go search, because I did that shoot, and that's probably been a year or so ago now. So I'm sure there's even more now. But type in like bookkeeping tips. They have bookkeeping tips that are in there that people have created their own graphics and whatever already. So like if you go put that stuff in there, then yeah, you hit rebrand and it puts all your colors, your logo, whatever you want on it.
Yep. Yeah, and there's even the free version has a lot. So it's I mean, the paid version you get more, obviously. You get the premium features, but even the free version has a lot that you can mess around with and make your own.
Yep, most definitely. And the paid's $14.99, I think, a month. So it's fairly affordable, especially if like this is all you're paying for marketing wise, you know, it's definitely well worth it for sure.
Yeah.
Because those changing everything, having everything colored, like your logos and stuff, that definitely catches people's attention more
Yeah.
than you think sometimes. Okay, let's see. We have a question on Facebook. How can I learn real estate bookkeeping? So we actually have some real estate bookkeeping. It depends on exactly what you mean real estate bookkeeping. Are you looking for like rental properties, real estate agent, all of those things? But we do have a specific part in our course that is real estate specific. We also have several coaches who have experience with it. Chelsea has tons of real estate clients. That's what she has niched down in, is real estate. So she has investors. She has, I want to say she has property management companies. She has real estate agents, people with rental properties, all the things. So if you have questions, she's the perfect one to hop into one-to-ones with. We have several other coaches who have experience with it as well. So if you're looking to learn, let me grab the link for the course. And I'll drop that for you. So you have that, but like I said, it has information in there. And then if you have a client already and you have specific questions and stuff, definitely get one-to-one scheduled. Why is this not pulling up? Here we go. Okay, I'm dropping the link. This has the course and it has the one-to-ones. So whatever you need. And there was something, oh, Allie, do you have the link for Equip 360 if anybody's interested in signing up for that
Yep.
as well?
I will grab that right now.
All right, and I'll drop this too. If you're watching this on on one of the platforms and you're not seeing the link for some reason, definitely feel free to either message one of us, message the page, post in the group, send us an email, info@cb4s.biz, comment wherever you're at watching or listening. We're happy to get those. I think it posted everywhere, but I'm not 100% sure. Still learning all this. Let's see, was there another link? That might be all the links that we were going to post. All right. And any more questions, definitely feel free. Feel free to drop them below for us. And I guess we'll go ahead and talk a little bit about our masterclass that we have coming up next week.
Yes.
You're welcome, Julie. So next week on Tuesday, April the 30th, 11 a.m. Central Time, we will be hosting a master class called the Balance Bookkeeper. So we are going to dive in with tax season just ending, everybody, ourselves included. It's stressful time, like it's hard to find that work-life balance, especially when you work from home and you're a business owner and all the things. So we're going to dive in, like, how are ways to make sure that you're staying balanced with both, and how can you, because sometimes it feels like either I'm working all the time or I'm never working, you know. So what's the balance? How do you get there with that? And do you have that link?
Yep. I'm gonna grab it right now.
I understandable, Suze. She said, sometimes I have to ask myself if I've brushed my teeth. Yeah, I mean, like, especially during tax season, y'all, like, it gets to be that crazy. So yeah, totally understandable. There was a couple of days where I was like, I didn't even eat lunch today, and it's 5 o'clock, and I'm just realizing this, you know, just
Right.
because you're phone call after phone call and running around and all the things. So it most definitely happens. But there's ways, definitely, to plan better and get around that and all the things. So we want to make sure we help y'all.
Yeah, it's gonna be great. I'm excited. I think it's gonna be a really good kind of refresher, especially coming from off of tax season. Just a really good refresher. How can you get this your whole life balanced and just grow that
Yep.
business exactly how you want to grow it, but also maintain, your personal life and being there for your kids and also your own self-care, right? Making sure
Exactly.
you're eating and showering and getting all those things that you need to do, to make yourself feel like a real person.
Yep.
We gotta
Most,
make sure we're taking care of ourselves. So yeah, this is gonna be good.
yep, most definitely. And it's like fresh on our mind now with tax season ending, like all the things that went wrong, or I needed to do this better or whatever. So like now is definitely the time to get those things in place. Because there was a few times I even told Sherry, I was like, why didn't I do this differently? Or I should have done this instead of that, or whatever. So like it's constantly a learning experience for all of us, you know, for sure. So
Yeah, super excited about it.
yeah, most definitely. All right. I think that's it. We definitely we still have 15 minutes. So if y'all have questions, if y'all want to chat about something, like, let's definitely talk about it. That's what we're here for. But we wanted to kind of go over the automations and stuff, because that's going to be a huge thing coming in to this masterclass, especially because any little thing like that is going to be super helpful and a game changer for sure for your business and everything. So I'm not seeing any more questions right now. I will throw in like another like a marketing tip, a question that comes up a lot is about referrals. So one thing ever like the go-to for that is always, oh, CPAs, tax preparers and stuff, and those people are great, but there's other people out there that you can do referral partnerships and stuff with. So like we were talking, somebody mentioned real estate, learning real estate bookkeeping. A real estate, if you get into real estate, those could be great referral partners and stuff as well. If you get in with one, it can, a lot of times, especially in an office, like Remax, you probably have a ton of real estate agents that work for that office. So you could end up doing bookkeeping for several of those, photography, you know, different things like that, kind of getting your foot in the door for any of these groups. And then you can turn those into referral partnerships. You can do anything as simple as like giving them a gift card to a local coffee shop or Amazon or something like that every time they send you a referral, giving them a discount for their services if they're using your services, you know, different things like that. Sometimes if it's like tax people, stuff like that, y'all can send referrals back and forth. If it's a real estate agent, maybe you don't have as many referrals to send their way, so it might be, hey, let me give you a gift card or whatever. But a lot of people really truly appreciate that kind of stuff. And some people, like, hey, I really need my bookkeeping done, and I know a ton of people who I could send your way. So they'll send all these people, and then you give them a discount or whatever the case is, you know. So I definitely think about some of those things and think about who do you have already that you know that could be those types of referral partners for you. So if you have a friend that's a real estate agent, your broker at your bank, insurance brokers, stuff like that, anybody can be. Financial advisors has been a good one for me. It's not somebody that I really would have thought about before, but a lot of my clients will reach out to me like, hey, I'm looking to start a 401k or some type of retirement thing. Who can I talk to? So it's been easy to be able to send them the financial advisors. Well, the financial advisors are the ones that reached out to me initially. And again, I never even thought about using them as a referral partner, but they were like, hey, we have clients who need their bookkeeping done because we can't give them advice because they don't have books up to date. So it ended up working out where it's been a really good partnership for me because I'm able to send them people, they're able to send me people. So it's just like, hey, you send me a referral, I'll send you a referral kind of thing. And then another has been CFOs. So if you know anybody who's a CFO or you have a relationship, reach out to them. A lot of times they don't like doing the bookkeeping piece of it, but the bookkeeping piece is extremely important for them to be able to do the rest of their job and to be able to give good financial advice and stuff. And sometimes it's like, hey, these clients are too small for a CFO yet. So can you get their bookkeeping up to date for them? Keep it up to date till they get to that point. So different people like that, insurance agents, especially if they deal with business insurance, those are great ones as well, because they need their books in order to be able to, especially like workman's comp, things like that. They have to have their books in order to be able to have the insurance to provide the numbers to the insurance agents and all the things. And you need it for your business as well. So trying to think of who else. Those are some right off the bat that I can think of. And then of course, like if you do BNI, any in-person networking groups, a lot of those people can become good referrals and stuff, partners for you as well. One thing, when I started my business, I found a local group on Facebook that met. Of course, this was pre-COVID, so everything was in person at that time. So they were meeting quite a bit, but it was a group of people who liked the idea of BNI, but didn't want to pay BNI fees, and they didn't have the time to commit to be able to go spend an hour and a half, whatever it was, every week to be able to go to a BNI meeting because they're still working, they're trying to get a job off the ground, like all the things. And a lot of us can relate to that. So I would highly suggest like trying to find something like that in your area. If you can't find it, start it, because people are looking for a group like that. And it can be like, hey, we're a group of moms and you get together for a play date once a month or whatever the case is with the kids, you know? So that way the kids are there and you're just talking business and just building those friendships and relationships and those sort of things. Those people become like some of your best referral partners, because they know you, they like you, they've learned to trust you. And guess what? Business owners, they're all going to these groups. They're kind of sticking together. They know each other. So, and that's who your clients are, as business owners. So, doing something like that would be great. Ideas as well if you're looking for in person, because I know a lot of people forget about in person, because we're always talking about like Facebook, social media, like all the things, but you can do a combination of all of it. So definitely you're able to build that know, like, and trust factor a lot easier when you're interacting in person, or if you're going live on videos and talking to people, like all the things. Let's see, we have a question. How can do bookkeeping services from Bangladesh? I'm not sure what your question is. Are you trying to offer bookkeeping services from there currently? Not sure if that's the question. If it is, I mean, I'm not sure from there what it looks like, but you can do, like, as far as within the United States, you can offer virtual services to anywhere within the states. I don't know what that looks like within Bangladesh, so. But that's definitely one of the advantages of having a bookkeeping business and using QuickBooks Online and all that. You can be 100% virtual if that's what you choose to do. Or if you want to meet people in person, you can do that as well. So it doesn't, you have a lot of options and can build your business on your terms and how you want to do it. Okay, I don't see any other questions. Allie, did you have anything? Did I forget anything?
I don't
Is there
think
anything you
so,
want to
yeah.
add? Okay. All right, well, we will go ahead and hop off here. If y'all are interested in signing up for the masterclass next week or Equip 360 or any of those things, we drop those links. If y'all have questions or y'all want to hear any specific topics in the future moving forward, like definitely let us know those things, because we're happy to touch base on those on Thursdays and dig in as much as we can to give you all as much information as possible. So definitely let us know. And if y'all have any questions, feel free to post them in the group, on the lives, send us an email, whatever works for you. But y'all have an awesome week.
All right, bye guys.
Bye. Julie said, I don't think QBO allows people other than the US to use the program. Yeah, maybe not. I'm not 100% sure with that. So definitely something to look into if you're in that country for sure. All right. Well, y'all have an awesome week, and we'll see y'all on Tuesday, actually. Bye.